Hello, my friends. Welcome back to MindFlow English. I'm Amelia, your host for today. If this is your first time here, thank you for joining us. This channel is where your English learning journey becomes simple, natural, and fun. Today, you are going to take one powerful step toward fluent English by learning hundreds of real, useful words for everyday life. Now, don't worry, this isn't about memorizing a long list of random words. Together, we'll explore real situations, real examples, and real sentences that you can use today. Every word you learn will have meaning, sound, and feeling. By the end of this masterclass, you'll not only understand hundreds of useful words, but you'll also be able to use them naturally in real conversations with confidence and flow. Before we begin, take a deep breath. Relax your mind. Imagine yourself speaking English easily and comfortably. That's what we're building today. Fluency that feels natural. Let's begin right where life begins every day at home. The home. Think about your morning. You wake up in your bedroom, surrounded by the things you use every single day. These are simple words, but they are the foundation of your fluency. Let's look at them together. Blanket, pillow, mattress, wardrobe, curtains. Try to picture each one. Then imagine a normal morning. You can say, I pulled the blanket off and placed my head on the pillow before getting out of bed. See how natural it sounds when we connect words in full sentences? Let's try another. This morning, I opened the curtains and let the sunlight into my room. Now, repeat after me slowly. I put my clothes in the wardrobe to keep them organized. Excellent. Don't just memorize single words. Always practice them in full, real sentences. That's how fluency grows through rhythm and repetition. The kitchen. After the bedroom, you probably walk to the kitchen. The kitchen is full of useful, everyday English words. Stove, fridge, cupboard, spoon, knife, plate, glass. Try to build sentences with them. I opened the fridge and took out a glass of milk. I placed the plate on the table and picked up a spoon. These are not complicated words, but they are real, and that makes them powerful. Let's practice together now. Repeat slowly after me. I cooked breakfast on the stove. I washed the knife and the spoon after eating. I put the glass back in the cupboard. Each time you say these sentences aloud, you are training your tongue, your lips, and your brain to work together in English. Getting ready to leave the house. Now, imagine you're getting ready to go out. Here are your next words. Shoes, socks, jacket, umbrella, bag. Let's connect them to actions. I put on my shoes and jacket before leaving the house. I carried my bag and held my umbrella because it was raining. Now practice aloud. I wore a jacket because it was cold outside. I put my socks on before putting on my shoes. I took my bag with me to school. Each sentence describes something real, something you do every day. That's the key to fluency. Transportation. When you travel to work, to school, or to the market, you use another group of essential words. Bus, train, ticket, station, driver, seat. You can say, I bought a ticket at the station. I sat near the window on the bus. Now let's practice together. I waited at the bus stop for 10 minutes. I asked the driver for a ticket. I found an empty seat and sat down. Each sentence prepares you for real conversation and builds confidence to describe your daily life. Shopping. Let's move to a situation everyone knows: shopping. When you go to a store, you meet the cashier, hold a basket, check the price, and pay with money. Try saying, "I put the apples in the basket. I gave the cashier some money and took the receipt." Now, practice with me. The store was full of people. I checked the price before buying the shirt. I put the receipt in my bag. These simple sentences are powerful. They're the kind of English you'll use again and again every time you shop, travel, or talk to people about your day. Emotions. Now, let's move from actions to feelings. Words that describe how we feel are just as important as the things we do. Happy, angry, excited, tired, worried, calm. Practice with me. I was excited to meet my friend. I felt tired after walking home. I am happy when I finish my work on time. I feel worried before an exam. I stay calm when I practice breathing slowly. Notice how these sentences connect your emotions to your real experiences. That's what true fluency means: not difficult grammar, but natural self-expression. Reflection. Let's pause for a moment. Every time you learn a new word, don't just think about its meaning. Think about how it sounds, how it feels, and how it connects to your life. When you learn words through context, through sentences and actions, you remember them faster and use them more confidently. So, take 1 minute right now. Look around your room. Point to the objects you see and say their English names aloud. Curtain, chair, table, phone, lamp. Then try using them in short sentences. The lamp is on the table. My phone is next to the chair. This small, simple exercise is how your fluency grows one real sentence at a time. In the next part, we'll continue this journey into more areas of daily life, from the workplace and school to social life, health, and travel. Each step will add more power to your vocabulary and more confidence to your speech. Remember, English fluency doesn't come from memorizing words. It comes from living them, speaking them, feeling them, and connecting them to your world. So stay with me. You're already doing great. Let's keep building together one word, one sentence, one step toward natural English. Welcome back to MindFlow English. I'm Amelia, and we're continuing your journey to fluency one word, one sentence, one real-life situation at a time. In the last part, we talked about home, daily routines, emotions, and shopping. You practiced describing real actions in clear, simple English. Now, let's move to another important area of life, work, and school places where you use English to connect, create, and grow. The workplace. Whether you work in an office, a shop, a classroom, or even from home, there are common English words you'll hear every day. Let's start with these. Meeting, deadline, computer, colleague, manager, project, email. Try using them in sentences with me. I joined a meeting with my colleagues. I sent an email to my manager. I finished the project before the deadline. Each sentence sounds natural and useful. You can hear how these words describe real communication at work. Now, let's make the sentences more active. Repeat slowly after me. I checked my email in the morning. I talked with my manager about the new project. Our team worked hard to meet the deadline. Excellent. Remember, fluency isn't about speed. It's about rhythm, meaning, and confidence. Now, imagine a short conversation at work. A. Did you get my email? B. Yes, I read it this morning. A. Great. See you in the meeting at 10. This simple exchange uses real phrases you'll hear in offices everywhere. Practice it aloud a few times. Make it sound natural. Office objects and tools. Let's add vocabulary for the things you use in your workspace. Printer, keyboard, screen, file, document, chair, desk, notebook. Now, practice these with me. I printed the document before the meeting. I typed the report on the keyboard. I sat on the chair and looked at the screen. These sentences are short, but very powerful. You can use them in offices, schools, or home study situations. Let's connect them into one longer, fluent paragraph. This morning, I sat at my desk, opened my notebook, typed a report on my computer, and printed the document before my meeting. That's real English in motion, natural, simple, and clear. School and study. Now, let's move to school vocabulary, a part of English that stays with us all our lives. Even if you're not a student anymore, these words appear in daily conversations, books, and media. Teacher, student, classroom, subject, exam, homework, library. Try using them in sentences. The teacher gave the students homework. I studied for the exam in the library. The classroom was full of students. Now practice aloud. I enjoyed reading books in the library. The subject I like most is English. Great job! Each time you speak a full sentence, you train your brain to connect words naturally, and that's how you become fluent. Here's a short conversation. A. When is the exam? B. The exam is next week. A. Did you finish the homework? B. Almost. I'm still working on it. You see? These are the small, real conversations that English learners have every day. Social life and relationships. Let's move to social English words and phrases you use with friends, family, and people around you. Visit, chat, invite, dinner, party, gift, conversation. Imagine these real-life moments. I invited my friend to dinner. We had a nice chat after the party. I gave my cousin a gift for her birthday. Now, repeat these slowly after me. I visited my friend last weekend. We had a long conversation about our plans. Each time you say these aloud, picture the people you love. The connection makes your learning more emotional and memorable. Let's create a mini dialogue. A. Are you coming to the party tonight? B. Yes, I was invited. I'm bringing a small gift. A. Perfect. See you there. That's natural, friendly, English, simple, clear, and easy to remember. Health and the doctor. Now, let's talk about another everyday topic, health. Health vocabulary is important because you use it to take care of yourself and talk to others when you're not feeling well. Here are your key words. Doctor, nurse, hospital, medicine, appointment, pain, healthy. Let's use them in sentences. I made an appointment with the doctor. The nurse gave me some medicine. I felt pain in my stomach. Now repeat slowly. The doctor said I should eat healthy food. I went to the hospital for a checkup. Excellent. These sentences will help you express important things in English clearly and calmly. Health also connects to lifestyle. Let's learn some more words. Exercise, diet, rest, strong, energy, sleep. You can say, I exercise every morning to stay strong. I need more sleep to have energy. I try to rest when I feel tired. Now, combine them. I follow a healthy diet and exercise daily to have more energy. Great. You are learning not just to describe actions, you're learning to describe your life. Travel and exploration. Next, let's travel. These words are essential for anyone moving around, visiting new places, or planning a trip. Airport, passport, ticket, luggage, hotel, reservation, map. Try using them in real-life sentences. I showed my passport at the airport. I made a reservation at the hotel. I carried my luggage to the taxi. Now, repeat after me. I bought a ticket for the train. I used a map to find the street. These are real and practical sentences you can use whenever you travel. Let's add a simple travel conversation. A. Excuse me, where is the bus station? B. It's straight ahead, next to the hotel. A. Thank you so much. B. You're welcome. Have a nice trip. Short, polite, and natural. Practice this several times until you can say it smoothly, bringing it all together. You've now practiced English from your home to your school, your workplace, your social life, and even your travels. These areas cover almost everything you do in daily life, and that's where real fluency grows. Now, let's combine a few ideas into one long, natural paragraph. Yesterday morning, I woke up, opened the curtains, and made breakfast in the kitchen. Then I took the bus to work, joined a meeting with my colleagues, and finished a project before the deadline. After work, I met my friend for dinner. We talked about our plans and laughed a lot. I came home tired but happy, took some rest, and went to sleep early. That's a full story, simple words, natural rhythm, and everyday English. This is how you train your brain to think and speak in English fluently. In the next part, we'll go deeper into food vocabulary, free time and hobbies, weather and the environment, and how to connect all your sentences smoothly for longer, natural conversations. Remember, you don't need to learn every difficult word. You just need to master the common ones, the words people use every single day. Keep practicing out loud. Keep imagining real situations. And keep flowing with English. You're doing amazing. See you in part 3, where we'll keep building your fluency step by step, naturally, confidently, and together. Welcome back to MindFlow English. I'm Amelia, and today we're continuing your journey toward real, natural English fluency. In the last part, you learned how to describe your work, school, social life, health, and travel, all using clear and simple English. Now, it's time to go deeper into more parts of everyday life: food, free time, hobbies, weather, and daily routines. These are the words that make your conversations sound natural and complete. So, take a deep breath. Relax. Imagine yourself living your day completely in English. Ready? Let's begin. Food and eating. Food is one of the most common topics in daily conversation. You talk about it every day at home, at work, at a restaurant, or with friends. When you know food vocabulary well, you can express yourself naturally and confidently. Here are your key words: breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, restaurant, menu, order, waiter, bill, delicious. Let's use them in real sentences. Repeat after me slowly. I had breakfast with eggs and bread. We ordered lunch at a restaurant. The food was delicious, and the waiter brought the bill. Excellent. These are sentences you can use in real life. Now, let's practice small conversations you might have in a restaurant. A. Could I see the menu, please? B. Of course. Here you go. A. I'd like to order a salad and some soup. B. Sure. Would you like a drink? A. Just water, please. These short dialogues build confidence for real-life situations. Let's add more sentences. I paid the bill after eating. The restaurant was full of people. The waiter was friendly, and the food was fresh. Great work. Remember, fluency is built through repetition and imagination. The more you imagine yourself in real English situations, the faster you'll speak naturally. Food and emotions. Food isn't only about taste, it's about feelings and experiences. For example, I enjoyed the snack because it was sweet. The dinner was special because we celebrated my birthday. Now repeat after me. I enjoyed the snack. The dinner was special. The restaurant was busy but warm and welcoming. These are not just sentences. They're small stories, and that's how English becomes alive. Free time and hobbies. Now, let's move to what we all love: our free time. These words help you talk about how you relax, have fun, and express yourself. Music, movie, sport, reading, painting, traveling, gardening, shopping. Let's use them in sentences. I like listening to music in the evening. We watched a movie together last night. She enjoys painting on weekends. I play sports with my friends. Now, repeat these aloud with me. I enjoy reading books. Gardening makes me feel relaxed. I love traveling to new places. Excellent. When you talk about your hobbies, you bring personality and emotion to your English. Let's imagine a real conversation. A. What do you like to do in your free time? B. I like traveling and listening to music. A. Nice. I enjoy reading and watching movies. See? That's how everyday conversations begin. Fluency comes from simple exchanges like this. Feelings and personality. Next, let's learn words that describe who we are and how we feel about others. Kind, honest, friendly, hardworking, shy, polite, serious. You can say, my friend is very kind and polite. He is hardworking and honest. She is friendly with everyone. Now repeat after me. I am a serious student. He is shy but also very kind. My teacher is hardworking and friendly. Excellent. These are everyday words that help you describe people naturally. Let's try a short question and answer. A. What is your teacher like? B. She is hardworking and very friendly. That's perfect, natural English, simple, clear, and useful. Weather and environment. Let's move outside now and talk about one of the most common topics in small talk: the weather. Weather words appear in almost every conversation. Sunny, rainy, cloudy, storm, hot, cold, wind, snow. Let's practice them in sentences. Today is sunny and hot. It was rainy and cloudy yesterday. The wind is strong today. It snowed last winter. The storm was loud and scary. Now, let's practice a small conversation. A. How's the weather today? B. It's sunny and warm. A. That's nice. Yesterday was so rainy. See how easy it is? These short exchanges make your English sound natural and friendly. Now, let's combine weather words with daily activities. I wore my jacket because it was cold and windy outside. I carried my umbrella because it was raining. We played sports in the park because the weather was sunny. That's how you connect vocabulary into longer, fluent sentences, combining ideas. Now that you've learned words about food, hobbies, emotions, and weather, let's practice joining them together. Repeat this paragraph after me slowly. On Saturday, I met my friends at a restaurant. We ordered dinner and talked about our weekend plans. The weather was warm and sunny, so after eating, we walked to the park and listened to music together. It was a relaxing and happy day. Beautiful, isn't it? It's simple, but it's fluent because every word connects to real life. Now, let's practice another one. I stayed home yesterday because it was raining. I read a book, listened to soft music, and cooked dinner for my family. The food was delicious, and everyone was happy. That's fluency, not fast, not complex, but real and meaningful. Communication words. Now, let's focus on the glue that holds conversations together: polite expressions and greetings. Hello. Goodbye. Please. Thank you. Sorry. Excuse me. How are you? Nice to meet you. Let's practice aloud. Hello, how are you? Excuse me, can you help me? Thank you so much. Goodbye. See you tomorrow. You might think these are basic, but mastering them is what makes your English natural and warm. Here's a real example. A. Hello. Excuse me. Can you help me? B. Of course. What do you need? A. Thank you so much. Have a great day. B. You too. Goodbye. These polite exchanges create connection, and that's what English is really about. Time and daily routine. Let's finish today's lesson with time vocabulary, because time guides everything we do. Morning, afternoon, evening, night, yesterday, today, tomorrow, week, month. Now, repeat after me. I wake up every morning at 7. I will call you tomorrow night. Yesterday was a long day. We will meet next week. Great. These time expressions help you describe your daily routine clearly. Now, let's combine everything you've learned so far. Yesterday morning, I woke up early, cooked breakfast, and went to work. In the afternoon, I met my friend for coffee. In the evening, I watched a movie with my family. Today, I'm studying English. Tomorrow, I'll go to the park if the weather is nice. This is what natural, fluent English sounds like, full of real experiences, real emotions, and real rhythm. You've now built a strong foundation of everyday English, from food and hobbies to emotions, weather, and time. Each sentence you practice brings you closer to true fluency. In Part 4, we'll expand this knowledge even further. You'll learn how to describe places, directions, money, and daily habits, and you'll start creating longer, smoother English stories just like native speakers. Keep your focus. Keep practicing aloud. Remember, English fluency grows from daily effort, not perfection. You're doing beautifully. See you in Part 4, where we'll keep your English flowing naturally, step by step. Welcome back to MindFlow English. I'm Amelia, and I'm so proud of how far you've come. In the last part, you practiced English for food, hobbies, feelings, weather, and daily routines. You learned how to describe your life naturally and confidently. Now, in part 4, we'll continue expanding your world of English. You'll learn how to describe places, directions, money, and daily habits, the words and expressions that help you move, live, and connect in everyday life. So, let's begin our journey step by step, word by word, until English feels like home. Directions and places. Imagine you're walking in a new city. You see signs, streets, buildings, and people. Knowing how to describe places and give directions helps you navigate and communicate easily. Here are your key words: left, right, straight, corner, street, road, bridge, park, market, bank. Now, let's put them into action. The park is on the right side of the street. Go straight ahead, then turn left at the corner. The bank is across the road from the market. Repeat after me slowly. I walked straight until I saw the bridge. The supermarket is next to the park. The school is on the left side of the street. These simple sentences are practical and powerful. They help you move confidently through English-speaking places. Let's practice a short dialogue together. A. Excuse me, how do I get to the train station? B. Go straight, then turn right at the second corner. A. Thank you so much. B. You're welcome. Have a great day. Everyday communication like this builds confidence. You don't need fancy words, just clarity and calmness. Public places. Now, let's learn some common public place words you'll often use. Library, museum, cinema, restaurant, school, hospital, office, supermarket. Repeat these sentences after me. I went to the library to borrow a book. We visited the museum on Saturday. They watched a movie at the cinema. The hospital is near the park. I had lunch at a restaurant. Now, let's combine them in a short paragraph. Yesterday, I went to the park in the morning, then walked to the library to read. In the afternoon, I visited a museum, and at night, I had dinner at a restaurant. It was a fun and relaxing day. That's fluency, connecting small, simple words into one smooth, natural story. Money and shopping. Next, let's talk about money, a topic that comes up in almost every daily situation. Your key words are cash, coins, credit card, price, cost, change, expensive, cheap. Now, let's make real sentences. I paid in cash. The shoes were cheap but comfortable. I don't have coins, only notes. The cost was high, but the quality was good. Repeat after me slowly. I used my credit card to buy groceries. The price of the jacket was expensive. The store gave me change after I paid. Money also brings practical questions. Let's practice a few common ones. How much does this cost? Do you accept credit cards? Can I have the change, please? These polite and useful expressions make daily shopping conversations easy. Now, let's imagine a short dialogue. A. How much is this t-shirt? B. It's $20. A. Can I pay by card? B. Sure, we accept all cards. A. Great. Thank you. B. You're welcome. Perfect. Simple, real, and fluent. Daily routines and habits. Let's move to one of the most powerful fluency areas, daily routines. The more you can describe your daily habits, the more naturally you'll speak. Your key verbs are wake up, brush, eat, work, study, relax, sleep, repeat. Now, let's use them in short, clear sentences. I wake up and brush my teeth every morning. I eat lunch at noon. I study English every day. I relax after work by listening to music. I sleep at 10 every night. Excellent. Now, let's connect these into longer practice sentences. I woke up early this morning, brushed my teeth, ate breakfast, and went to work. After work, I relaxed, watched a movie, and went to sleep. Each time you join words together like this, your English starts to flow naturally, connecting routine and time. Now, let's mix time expressions with your daily activities. Every morning, I wake up at 7. In the afternoon, I take a short walk. In the evening, I watch TV and eat dinner with my family. At night, I read before going to sleep. Repeat after me slowly. I usually wake up early and go jogging. I sometimes study English at night. I never skip breakfast. These small, natural sentences are perfect for describing real life. Combining topics. Now, let's connect the words from earlier parts, directions, money, and routines into one natural paragraph. Yesterday morning, I woke up early and took a shower. After breakfast, I walked to the market near the park to buy some fruit. The price of apples was cheap, so I bought a basket full. Then I went to the bank to withdraw some cash. On my way home, I met a friend at the corner cafe. We had coffee and talked about our weekend plans. Beautiful, isn't it? You're now describing real events fluently and naturally in English. Now, let's practice another example that includes time, habits, and actions. Every weekday, I wake up at 6, make coffee, and read the news. I go to work by bus and arrive at the office at 8. I work until 5, then take the train home. In the evening, I relax, cook dinner, and watch a movie before sleeping. This is how you describe your daily life in smooth, natural English like a fluent speaker. Review practice. Let's do a short review together. Repeat after me slowly. Places. The hospital is across the street from the school. Directions. Go straight, then turn left at the traffic light. Money. The price is too high, but the quality is good. Routine. I brush my teeth, eat breakfast, and go to work every morning. Each of these small sentences is a building block of fluency. Keep repeating them aloud until they sound easy and automatic. Fluency tip. Here's a small but powerful tip. Describe your real day in English every night before bed. For example, you can say to yourself, "Today I woke up early. I cooked breakfast, went to work, and met my friends in the evening. It was a busy but happy day." It doesn't matter if no one is listening. What matters is that you are speaking English. That's how your fluency grows stronger every single day. You've now completed another powerful section of your English journey. You can describe places, directions, money, and daily habits clearly and naturally. In Part 5, we'll continue by learning how to talk about home and household vocabulary, cleaning and chores, and emotions and advanced feelings, so you can express both your environment and your inner world in fluent, confident English. Keep speaking out loud. Keep connecting ideas. And most importantly, keep believing in your progress. This is MindFlow English, and I'm Amelia here to help you grow step by step toward the confident English speaker you're becoming. See you in part 5. Welcome back to MindFlow English. I'm Amelia, and I'm so happy to have you here again. You've made wonderful progress so far. You've learned to talk about your daily life, your home, work, school, habits, and even travel using clear, confident English. In this part 5, we'll focus on 3 beautiful and practical areas of English learning: vocabulary for your home and household, words and expressions for cleaning and daily chores, and deeper words for emotions and feelings so you can express what's inside your heart, not just what you do. Ready? Let's keep your English flowing naturally. Inside the home. You already know some home words: bedroom, kitchen, and living room. Now, let's go deeper and describe your home in more detail. Here are some key words: living room, sofa, carpet, lamp, television, shelf, mirror, bathroom, shower, sink, toilet. Repeat these slowly after me. The living room has a sofa and a carpet. There is a lamp next to the sofa. I watched television and relaxed. The shelf was full of books. There is a mirror above the sink in the bathroom. Excellent. Now, let's connect these ideas into a short, fluent paragraph. Yesterday evening, I sat on the sofa in the living room, turned on the lamp, watched television for a while, and then took a shower before going to bed. That's exactly how natural English sounds: real actions in real life. Now, let's describe more rooms in a house. The bedroom has a soft mattress and 2 pillows. The kitchen has a stove, a fridge, and a table. The bathroom has a shower and a sink. The living room has a sofa and a television. Each of these sentences gives your listener a clear picture of your space. That's communication. Cleaning vocabulary. Now, let's talk about something every home needs cleaning. These words might seem simple, but they're very useful in daily English. Here are your new words: broom, mop, vacuum, soap, bucket, sponge, dust, trash, bin, cloth. Let's make sentences with them. I used a broom to clean the floor. I filled the bucket with water and used a mop. I washed the dishes with soap and a sponge. I took the trash outside. The vacuum cleaned the carpet quickly. Now, repeat after me slowly. I wiped the table with a cloth. I dusted the shelves this morning. I threw the trash into the bin. Wonderful. Cleaning words are part of real life and real English. Let's connect them in one natural story. This morning, I cleaned my house. I vacuumed the carpet, washed the dishes with soap, and took out the trash. Now the house looks fresh and smells clean. Beautiful, short, real, and fluent. Home chores and daily tasks. Now let's expand into household chores, the small tasks we do every day. Cook, wash, sweep, iron, fold, organize, fix, water, feed. Let's use them in sentences. I cooked dinner for my family. I washed the clothes and folded them neatly. I swept the floor and ironed my shirt. I watered the plants in the garden. I fixed a broken chair. I fed the cat before going to bed. Now, practice these aloud one more time. The rhythm of daily life becomes the rhythm of your English. Let's connect them all together. Every Sunday, I clean the house. I wash the clothes, iron them, and organize my wardrobe. I sweep the floor, water the plants, and cook a special dinner. At the end of the day, I feel tired but happy. That's real fluency, everyday English that feels alive and true. Advanced feelings and emotions. Now, let's open a deeper door how you feel. In earlier parts, you practiced emotions like happy, tired, worried, and calm. Now we'll learn some more expressive feelings. Confused, relieved, proud, curious, jealous, surprised. Let's use them in sentences. I was confused by the directions. She felt proud of her work. He was surprised by the gift. I felt relieved after the exam. She was curious about the new phone. He was jealous of his friend's success. Now, repeat slowly after me. I'm proud of myself for learning English every day. I felt surprised when my friend visited me. I was confused at first, but then I understood. Each word adds emotion and personality to your English, the kind that makes your speech sound natural and real. Let's build a short conversation using emotions. A. How did you feel after the test? B. I felt relieved. I studied hard, so I think I did well. A. You should be proud of yourself. That's exactly how emotions flow in real life, expressing feelings in daily life. Now, let's use emotion words to describe real situations. When I see my family, I feel happy. When I'm late, I feel nervous. When I finish a big task, I feel proud. When someone helps me, I feel thankful. When I make a mistake, I feel embarrassed. Let's try longer examples. Yesterday, I was nervous before my job interview, but I felt relieved afterward. I was surprised when my friend brought me a gift. I felt proud when I completed my English course. Fluency grows when you speak not only about actions, but also about feelings, what happens inside you. Connecting home and emotion. Now let's combine everything from this part, home, chores, and emotions, into one smooth story. Last Sunday, I stayed home all day. In the morning, I cleaned the living room and washed the dishes. I watered the plants and folded the clothes. After cleaning, I sat on the sofa and watched a movie. I felt relaxed and proud because the house looked perfect. Later, my sister visited me with a gift, and I was so surprised and happy. Beautiful! You just told a full story in natural, fluent English. Fluency reflection. Let's pause for a short reflection. When you describe your environment and your emotions in English, you're not just practicing words, you're living in the language. You're connecting English to your daily world, your home, your actions, and your feelings. That's the true secret of fluency, not memorization, but connection. Here's a quick exercise. Tonight, look around your home and describe it out loud in English. Say what you see and what you feel. For example, this is my bedroom. The lamp is on the table. The bed is soft. I feel calm here. Simple, honest sentences. That's how you build comfort and confidence in English. You're doing an amazing job. You've learned how to describe your home, your chores, and your emotions, 3 big areas of real communication. In Part 6, we'll explore even more useful topics, food and cooking vocabulary in detail, public places and transportation, and how to combine your ideas into longer, natural stories. Keep repeating aloud. Keep connecting English to your life, and keep believing in your progress. This is MindFlow English, and I'm Amelia, helping you speak English naturally, confidently, and with joy. See you in part 6. Welcome back to MindFlow English. I'm Amelia, and it's wonderful to see you again. You've already learned how to describe your home, your routines, your emotions, and your daily life in English. You're no longer just memorizing words, you're living them, using them, and feeling them. That's what true fluency is all about. In part 6, we're going to focus on 3 big areas of real communication: food and cooking vocabulary in detail, how to talk about preparing and enjoying meals; public places, how to describe the locations around you; and transportation, how to move and communicate naturally while traveling. Let's keep your English flowing, step by step. Cooking and food preparation. In earlier parts, you learned basic food words like breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snack. Now, we'll go deeper into the kitchen, where real action happens. Here are your new words: boil, fry, bake, slice, chop, mix, taste, serve. Ingredients, recipe. Let's use them in sentences together. I boiled some water for tea. She fried the eggs and sliced some bread. He baked a cake for his friend's birthday. They mixed the ingredients for the salad. I tasted the soup before serving it. Now repeat slowly after me. I followed a simple recipe to make pasta. I served the food on clean plates. The cake smelled delicious when it came out of the oven. Excellent! Cooking vocabulary is very useful, not only for talking about food, but also for describing daily life naturally. Let's put it all together in a short story. Yesterday, I cooked dinner for my family. I boiled the pasta, chopped the vegetables, and mixed them with sauce. Then, I baked a small cake for dessert. Everyone said the food was delicious, and I felt happy and proud. Simple, real, and fluent, just the way natural English should sound. Kitchen tools and food items. Now, let's learn some common tools and items you'll find in the kitchen: pan, pot, knife, fork, spoon, plate, bowl, cup, fridge, oven. Let's use them in practice sentences. I used a pot to cook the soup. I cut the vegetables with a knife. I ate rice with a spoon and fork. I put the milk in the fridge. I baked the chicken in the oven. Now repeat after me. I poured the soup into a bowl. I washed the plates and cups after dinner. I kept the leftovers in the fridge. Wonderful. The more real you make these sentences, the faster they become part of your memory. Let's make one short story to connect these words naturally. This morning, I made breakfast. I used a pan to fry some eggs and a pot to boil tea. After eating, I washed the plates, cups, and bowls. I put everything back in the cupboard and felt ready to start my day. That's smooth, natural English you can use every day. At the restaurant. Let's move outside the kitchen to the restaurant. Here are your key words: waiter, menu, order, bill, table, reservation, customer, tip. Let's practice. I made a reservation at a restaurant. The waiter brought the menu. We ordered pizza and juice. The customer paid the bill. I left a tip on the table. Now, Let's imagine a short restaurant conversation. A. Good evening. Do you have a reservation? B. Yes, under the name Amelia. A. Great. This way, please. Here's your menu. B. Thank you. I'd like to order some pasta and water, please. A. Of course. It'll be ready soon. Short, polite, and natural, exactly what you need for real communication. Public places. Now, let's look around your city or town. Everywhere you go, you're surrounded by public places, and each one has its own vocabulary. Here are your key words: post office, pharmacy, bank, market, park, gym, restaurant, mall, station, museum. Let's use them in sentences. I went to the post office to send a letter. I bought medicine at the pharmacy. I walked in the park near my house. I exercised at the gym yesterday. We visited a museum last weekend. Now repeat after me slowly. I met my friend at the coffee shop inside the mall. I took the train from the station to work. I withdrew some money at the bank. Perfect! These are words you'll use in real conversations everywhere. Let's connect them into one fluent story. Last Saturday, I went to the bank in the morning. Then I visited the market to buy vegetables. In the afternoon, I went to the gym for an hour. And later I met my friend at a restaurant near the park. We had dinner and walked home together. It was a peaceful, happy day. That's real-world English, practical, personal, and alive. Transportation. Now, let's explore transportation, how we move from one place to another. Your key words are bus, train, taxi, plane, bicycle, car, ticket, driver, passenger, station, airport. Let's practice these in sentences. I took a bus to school. I bought a ticket at the train station. I called a taxi to go to the airport. I rode my bicycle to work. The driver was friendly. Now repeat after me. I was a passenger on the plane. The car stopped at the traffic light. The train arrived on time. Excellent. These are everyday sentences that make you sound confident and clear. Now, let's imagine a short travel dialogue. A. Excuse me. Where is the bus stop? B. It's over there, next to the bank. A. Thank you. Do I need a ticket? B. Yes. You can buy it at the station. That's practical English you'll use in every city, every country. Combining all topics. Let's bring everything from this part together: cooking, public places, and transportation, into one long, natural paragraph. Yesterday was a busy but fun day. In the morning, I cooked breakfast, eggs, toast, and coffee. Then I took the bus to the market to buy some vegetables. After shopping, I visited the bank and the pharmacy. At noon, I met my friend at a restaurant near the park. We ordered soup and salad, and the food was delicious. In the evening, I took a taxi home, watched a movie, and went to bed early. That's perfect daily English, full of real actions, clear rhythm, and natural flow. Fluency practice. Here's a short fluency challenge. Every time you go out, describe what you see in English quietly, in your mind, or aloud. For example, I'm walking down the street. There's a supermarket on my left. A bus is passing by. The sky is cloudy, but the air feels nice. This simple habit helps you think directly in English instead of translating, And that's how you build natural fluency. Reflection. Today, you learned how to talk about cooking, eating, public places, and travel all in clear, simple English. These are the words and sentences that help you describe real life wherever you are. Remember, fluency is not about using difficult words. It's about using the right words, naturally and confidently. So keep practicing aloud. Repeat real sentences. Imagine real situations. Live your day in English one thought at a time. In Part 7, we'll move into new territory. How to describe feelings in conversations, daily communication at work or school, and how to respond naturally in English, not just what to say, but how to say it. Keep learning. Keep speaking. Keep flowing. This is MindFlow English, and I'm Amelia, guiding you toward natural, confident English one step at a time. See you in Part 7. Welcome back to MindFlow English. I'm Amelia, and I'm so happy you're still here, learning and growing step by step. You've already practiced speaking about your daily life, home, travel, and food in natural, fluent English. You've learned to describe what you do now. It's time to go even deeper and learn how to connect and communicate with people in English. In Part 7, we'll focus on 3 powerful skills: how to express feelings in real conversations, how to communicate naturally in everyday situations, at work, school, or with friends, and how to respond confidently and clearly so conversations flow smoothly, just like in real life. Let's begin. Expressing feelings in conversation. When we talk to others, we don't just share information, we share emotion. Learning to express your feelings in English helps you connect more deeply with people. Here are some useful phrases and words to describe feelings in conversation. Excited, nervous, bored, grateful, disappointed, hopeful, confident. Now, repeat these sentences slowly after me. I'm excited about my new job. She felt nervous before the presentation. He was bored during the long meeting. I'm grateful for your help. They were disappointed when the trip was canceled. I'm hopeful that everything will be okay. I feel confident speaking English every day. Excellent. These are real emotions you can use in almost any situation. Now, let's make short dialogues to show them in context. A. How are you feeling today? B. I'm excited. I'm starting my new course. A. You look nervous. Is everything okay? B. Yes, I have a test today, but I'll do my best. A. Thanks for helping me move yesterday. B. No problem at all. I'm grateful for your friendship too. See how simple words create real human connection? That's the beauty of natural English, common everyday conversations. Now, let's look at some everyday communication you might use at work, at school, or just in daily life. Let's begin with greetings and small talk, the small but important pieces of social English. Hello, how are you? Nice to see you. How's it going? Have a good day. See you later. Repeat after me. Hello, how are you today? It's nice to see you again. How's everything going? Have a good day at work. See you later. Now let's practice a short conversation. A. Hi. How are you? B. I'm doing well, thanks. And you? A. I'm good too. Just a little tired. B. Yeah, it's been a long week. That's small talk, simple, natural, and friendly. Asking for help or information. In English, politeness is very important when asking questions. Here are some useful polite expressions. Could you please? Would you mind? Can you tell me? Excuse me. Now, repeat these examples. Could you please help me with this form? Would you mind closing the window? Can you tell me where the library is? Excuse me. How do I get to the station? These expressions make your speech sound kind and respectful. Let's build a short conversation. A. Excuse me. Could you please show me the way to the bank? B. Sure. Go straight and turn left at the traffic light. A. Thank you so much. B. You're welcome. Short, clear, and polite, perfect for any real situation. At work or school. Now, let's practice daily communication for work or study. These are common expressions you'll hear in offices, classrooms, and meetings. I have a question. Can I join the meeting? Let's start the project. I finished my homework. Could you explain that again? Now, repeat after me. I have a question about the assignment. Can I join the meeting later? Let's finish the project by Friday. I finished my homework this morning. Could you explain that again, please? Now, here's a short dialogue. A. Amelia, did you finish the report? B. Yes. I sent it by email this morning. A. Great work. Let's discuss it in the meeting later. B. Sure. I'll be ready. These are real examples of English you'll use every day at school or work. Responding naturally. One of the most powerful parts of conversation is how you respond. Native speakers use short, natural phrases, not long sentences, to keep the conversation smooth. Here are some useful response phrases. That's great. I see. Really? Oh no. Exactly. That sounds good. Don't worry. Let's practice them with examples. A. I got a new job. B. That's great. Congratulations. A. I missed the bus this morning. B. Oh no. I hope you weren't late. A. The weather is really nice today. B. Yes, exactly. Perfect for a walk. A. I think this restaurant is too noisy. B. I see. Maybe we can sit outside. These natural replies make your speech sound friendly, smooth, and confident, talking about plans and the future. Now, let's talk about one of the most common conversation topics: plans. Here are some helpful phrases. I'm going to. I'd like to. I plan to. Maybe I'll. I hope to. Now, repeat these sentences. I'm going to visit my parents this weekend. I'd like to learn how to play guitar. I plan to travel next year. Maybe I'll study abroad. I hope to become more confident in English. Now, let's make a short conversation. A. What are you doing this weekend? B. I'm going to the beach with my friends. What about you? A. Maybe I'll just stay home and rest. Simple, clear, and perfectly natural. Agreeing and disagreeing. In conversation, it's important to know how to agree and disagree politely. I agree. You're right. That's true. I think so too. I'm not sure. I don't think so. Repeat these aloud. I agree with you. You're right about that. That's true. I didn't notice it before. I'm not sure about that idea. I don't think so. Maybe there's another way. Now, a short example. A. I think morning is the best time to study. B. I agree. My mind feels fresh in the morning. And another. A. I think the movie was boring. B. Really? I don't think so. I enjoyed it. That's polite disagreement, friendly and natural. Putting it all together. Let's connect everything you've learned today in one long, natural story. This morning, I met my friend on the way to work. She looked nervous, so I asked if she was okay. She said she had a big presentation. I told her, "Don't worry, you'll do great." Later, I called her, and she said everything went well. I was so proud of her. After work, we met at a cafe, talked about our plans, and shared some good laughs. That's what fluent conversation sounds like: natural, emotional, and human. Fluency practice. Here's a great exercise for you. Every day, talk to yourself in English for 2 minutes. Choose one topic, maybe your day, your plans, or how you feel, and speak freely. Don't worry about mistakes. Focus on rhythm and emotion. The goal isn't perfection, it's connection. You've now learned how to express feelings, communicate in daily life, and respond naturally. You're no longer a beginner, you're speaking English the way people actually do. In Part 8, we'll go further. You'll learn how to tell stories in English past, present, and future, using natural rhythm, transitions, and emotion. Keep speaking, keep believing. This is MindFlow English, and I'm Amelia, helping you find your confidence, one sentence at a time. See you in Part 8. Welcome back to MindFlow English. I'm Amelia, and today we're stepping into one of the most powerful parts of learning any language: storytelling. In this part, Part 8, you'll learn how to tell stories in English about your past, your present, and your future in a way that sounds smooth, natural, and confident. Storytelling is more than grammar. It's about sharing experiences. It's how you connect with people, express your emotions, and bring your words to life. So, relax, take a deep breath, and let's begin your storytelling journey together. The power of storytelling. Every language learner dreams of telling stories easily about what happened yesterday, what's happening now, and what will happen tomorrow. The secret is simple. Learn to use time words, linking words, and emotion. Here are some useful time expressions you'll use often. Yesterday, last week, a few days ago, this morning, now, today, tomorrow, next week, in the future. Let's practice these in sentences. I watched a movie yesterday. I went to the park last weekend. I'm studying English right now. I will travel next month. In the future, I want to start my own business. Beautiful. Notice how these small words help you move smoothly through time. Storytelling in the past. Let's begin with the past, the time when things already happened. Here are some key verbs you can use. Went, saw, did, met, learned, worked, played, watched, ate, visited. Let's practice together. I went to the beach last Sunday. I saw my friends and played volleyball. We ate lunch together and watched the sunset. I felt happy and relaxed. Now, let's connect them into a short story. Last Sunday, I went to the beach with my friends. We played volleyball, ate ice cream, and watched the sunset together. The weather was perfect, and we laughed all afternoon. It was one of the best days I've had this year. See how natural that sounds? It's not complicated, it's real. Now, repeat after me slowly. I met my old teacher yesterday. We talked about my school days and laughed about funny memories. Past stories make English alive because they show real experiences. Storytelling in the present. Now, let's move to the present, describing what's happening now. Here are some key present verbs. Am, is, are, going, doing, working, watching, reading, studying, feeling. Let's try them in sentences. I am studying English. She is reading a book. They are working from home. We are watching a movie. He is feeling tired after work. Now, let's connect these sentences into a fluent story. Right now, I'm sitting in my room and studying English. My sister is cooking in the kitchen, and my parents are watching TV. The house feels warm and peaceful. I love evenings like this. Perfect. That's how you bring the present moment to life in English. Storytelling in the future. Now let's talk about the future, what you plan or hope to do. Here are some useful words and phrases. Will, going to, plan to, hope to, want to, expect to. Let's make sentences together. I will visit my family next month. I'm going to start a new job soon. I plan to learn how to drive. I hope to travel abroad next year. I expect to finish my English course in 3 months. Now, let's build a fluent story about the future. Next summer, I'm going to visit Japan. I plan to see the cherry blossoms and taste local food. I'll take lots of pictures and write about my experience. I hope the trip will be relaxing and full of new memories. That's clear, warm, and perfectly natural English. Connecting time in one story. Now let's connect past, present, and future into one full flowing story. Last year, I started learning English. At first, it was difficult, and I made many mistakes, but I didn't give up. I watched videos, practiced speaking every day, and kept learning new words. Now, I feel much more confident. I can have real conversations and understand people better. In the future, I want to travel to English-speaking countries, make international friends, and use English in my career. That's your story. It's not just about grammar, it's about growth. Story transitions. To make your storytelling sound even smoother, use linking words, small connectors that make your story easy to follow. Here are some great ones to use. First, then, after that, later, finally, because, so, but, when, before. Let's see how they work in a story. First, I woke up early. Then, I made coffee and read the news. After that, I went to work. Later, I met my friends for dinner. Finally, I came home and relaxed. Now, let's try another example. I was tired because I worked all day, but I still went for a walk because the weather was nice. Simple linking words make your English sound connected and smooth. Adding emotion to your story. A great story also has emotion. It shows how you felt. Let's combine actions and feelings. I was nervous before the interview, but I felt proud afterward. I was excited to meet my old friend again. I felt sad when the movie ended. I was surprised by the birthday gift. Now, let's use them in a short emotional story. Yesterday was my birthday. In the morning, I felt a little lonely, but in the evening, my friends came to my house with a big cake. I was so surprised and happy. We talked, laughed, and took pictures. It was the best birthday I've ever had. That's storytelling with heart, real, emotional, and unforgettable. Fluency practice. Tell your own story. Now it's your turn. Take 1 minute and tell a small story about your day in English. You can use this structure. What happened? Past. What is happening? Present. What will happen? Future. For example, yesterday, I studied English for an hour. Today, I'm watching this lesson. Tomorrow, I'll practice speaking with my friends. It's that simple. Speak it aloud. Feel it. Live it. Building confidence. Remember, the goal isn't to tell a perfect story. The goal is to speak freely, even if your grammar isn't perfect. If you can express yourself clearly, you're already communicating successfully. Each time you tell a story, your brain starts thinking in English, not translating, but creating. That's how real fluency grows. You've now learned how to describe your past, present, and future, how to connect time, emotion, and experience into one beautiful flow of English. In Part 9, we'll take storytelling to the next level. You'll learn how to describe people, experiences, and lessons learned so you can share deeper, more meaningful stories in English. You're doing an incredible job. This is MindFlow English, and I'm Amelia, helping you turn your thoughts into fluent, confident English, one story at a time. See you in Part 9. Welcome back to MindFlow English. I'm Amelia, and I'm so proud of your progress. You've made it all the way to Part 9 of this English masterclass. So far, you've learned to describe your daily life, your feelings, your routines, and even tell stories about your past, present, and future. You're no longer just learning words, you're learning how to express yourself in English with confidence and emotion. In this part, we'll go even deeper into storytelling. You'll learn how to describe people, their appearance and personality, share experiences, real or imagined moments that shape your life, express lessons learned, what you discovered or understood through those experiences. By the end of this part, you'll be able to tell meaningful stories, the kind that touch hearts and connect with listeners. Let's begin. Describing people, appearance. When we tell stories, people are at the center. To describe them clearly, we use words about appearance and personality. Here are some common words to describe how people look: tall, short, slim, strong, beautiful, handsome, young, old, blonde, dark-haired, curly-haired. Now, repeat after me. She is tall and slim. He is strong and handsome. My friend has dark hair and brown eyes. My teacher has short curly hair. My grandmother is old but very active. Excellent. Now, let's use them in a short paragraph. My best friend is tall with dark hair and a bright smile. She usually wears glasses and loves colorful clothes. When she walks into a room, everyone notices her positive energy. That's how you paint a picture of someone using simple words. Describing personality. Now, let's describe who people are on the inside, their personality. Here are some common adjectives for character: kind, funny, honest, smart, brave, friendly, shy, creative, polite, hardworking. Now, Let's make sentences. My mother is very kind and caring. My brother is funny and makes everyone laugh. My teacher is hardworking and patient. She's creative and always full of new ideas. He's shy at first, but very friendly once you know him. Perfect. Now combine looks and personality. My friend Emma is tall and has blonde hair. She's honest, creative, and always ready to help others. She makes every situation better with her smile. This combination of appearance and personality helps your listener imagine the person clearly. Sharing experiences. Now, let's move to something even more powerful: experiences. Experiences are the stories of your life, what you did, what you saw, and what you learned. Here are some common verbs you'll use to describe experiences. Traveled, tried, met, learned, discovered, lost, found, helped, visited, remembered. Let's use them in sentences. I traveled to a new country last year. I tried a new hobby and really enjoyed it. I met wonderful people during my trip. I learned something important about myself. I discovered that confidence grows with practice. Now, let's turn that into a full story. Last year, I traveled to another country for the first time. I was nervous at first, but then I met friendly people who helped me find my way. I tried new food, visited beautiful places, and learned so much about different cultures. It was an experience I'll never forget. Beautiful. Notice how each sentence moves naturally from one idea to another. Describing memorable moments. Let's practice describing a memorable moment, something that made you feel strong emotion. Start by thinking of something small but meaningful: a time you helped someone, achieved something, or learned a lesson. Here's an example. One day, I helped an old man carry his groceries across the street. He smiled and said, "Thank you, young lady. You made my day." That small moment taught me how simple kindness can make a big difference. Another one. I remember the first time I spoke English to a foreigner. I was nervous, but I tried. When they understood me, I felt proud and confident. It was the moment I realized I could really do this. See how emotion gives life to the story? You can feel the person's heart through their words. Lesson learned. Now let's talk about what you learned from those experiences. Every story has a message, something that changed you or helped you grow. Here are some useful expressions to talk about lessons. I realized that. I learned that. I discovered that. That experience taught me. From that moment, I understood. Let's try them in sentences. I realized that confidence comes from practice. I learned that mistakes are part of success. I discovered that helping others makes me happy. That experience taught me to never give up. From that moment, I understood the value of friendship. Now let's combine everything into one fluent story. When I started learning English, I was afraid to speak. I made mistakes and sometimes felt embarrassed, but I didn't stop. Every time I practiced, I improved a little more. I realized that mistakes aren't bad, they're signs of learning. That experience taught me patience and confidence. That's powerful, simple English, but full of meaning. Practice. Describe a person and an experience. Now, let's put everything together in one exercise. Think of a person you admire, maybe a teacher, a family member, or a friend. Describe what they look like, what kind of person they are, an experience you shared, what you learned from them. Here's an example. My grandfather is tall and strong, with white hair and kind eyes. He's wise, calm, and always patient. When I was a child, he taught me how to ride a bicycle. I fell many times, but he never got angry. He kept saying, "Try again." From him, I learned that success comes from not giving up. That's your goal, to tell stories that carry truth and feeling, adding details for depth. When you want to make your stories more vivid, add details using these types of words. Where, at the park, in my hometown, on the bus, when, last summer, 2 years ago, in the evening, who, with my friends, with my teacher, with my family, how, slowly, happily, carefully. Now, try this example. Last summer, I went hiking with my friends in the mountains. The air was fresh, the sky was clear, and we laughed the whole way. I was tired, but I felt alive and free. That's what makes your English beautiful, simple words, real emotion, and vivid detail. Reflection. Take a moment and think. Who are the people that shaped your life? What lessons have you learned from your experiences? These answers are your stories, and every story you tell in English makes your voice stronger and your confidence brighter. You've now learned how to describe people, share experiences, and express lessons learned, all in clear, meaningful English. In Part 10, the final part of this masterclass, we'll bring everything together. You'll learn how to connect all these skills, vocabulary, sentences, emotion, and storytelling into smooth, confident English that truly flows. Keep speaking. Keep telling your stories. This is MindFlow English, and I'm Amelia, reminding you that every word you speak brings you closer to fluency. See you in Part 10, the final step of our journey together. Welcome back to MindFlow English. I'm Amelia, and this is Part 10, the final part of our English masterclass. If you've come this far, take a moment to be proud of yourself. You've learned to speak clearly, express your feelings, and tell stories that sound natural and alive. You've built confidence, rhythm, and connection, and that's what real fluency is all about. In this final part, we'll bring everything together. We'll review the most important lessons from all 9 parts. We'll combine everything into long, natural speech, and I'll share a final motivation message to keep your English journey strong, even after this course ends. Let's begin calmly, confidently, and with joy. Review what you've learned. You started this journey by learning simple but powerful words for everyday life, your home, kitchen, bedroom, and daily routines. You learned how to talk about what you do every morning, what you eat, and how you live. Then, we moved through work, school, travel, and shopping, learning to describe your experiences in clear English. We explored feelings happy, tired, proud, worried, and learned that real fluency isn't just grammar, it's emotion. You practiced expressing yourself in ways that connect with people. Next, you learned to describe your home and chores, how to cook, and how to talk about public places, transportation, and money. Each topic helped you build natural sentences you can use in real life. Then, we went deeper, learning how to communicate naturally, how to respond politely, and how to make conversation flow with ease. In Part 8, we focused on storytelling using time expressions, linking words, and emotion to describe the past, present, and future. And in Part 9, You learned how to describe people and experiences, and how to share lessons learned, turning English into a language of meaning. Now, in this final part, we'll tie all those lessons together and help your English truly flow like a story. Combining everything, your daily life story. Let's begin with one long, natural paragraph, something that combines everything you've practiced. Yesterday morning, I woke up early, made a cup of coffee, and opened my window to let in the sunlight. I felt calm and happy. After breakfast, I took the bus to work and met my colleagues for a meeting. We finished a project together, and everyone was proud. At lunchtime, I went to a small restaurant near the park and ordered my favorite dish, grilled chicken with salad. The waiter was kind, and the food was delicious. After work, I met my best friend. We walked, talked about our day, and laughed together. When I came home, I cleaned my room, took a shower, and read a book before sleeping. It was a simple day, but a good one. That's a complete, fluent story full of real details, emotion, and everyday English. Now, you can do this too. Pick any day from your life and describe it like that from morning to night. Use short sentences. Connect them with then, after that, later, finally, and feel the rhythm as you speak, describing the world around you. Fluent English isn't just about you, it's also about the world around you. Let's practice describing your surroundings. The weather is warm today, and the sky is clear. The trees outside my window are moving gently in the wind. I can hear birds singing and children playing in the distance. There's a soft light in the room, and it makes me feel peaceful. That's English that paints pictures. It's simple, but it's full of life. Now, try describing your own environment. You can say, "The street is quiet. The sun is shining. I'm sitting at my desk, learning English with focus and joy." See? You're already speaking naturally because you're connecting English to your real experience. Conversations that flow. Let's review some natural phrases that help your conversations sound easy and friendly. Greeting someone. "Hi, how's your day going? It's nice to see you again." Showing emotion. "That's amazing." "Oh no, what happened?" "I totally understand." Making small talk. "The weather is beautiful today." "I love this song." "How was your weekend?" Ending a conversation politely. "It was great talking to you." "Take care and see you soon." If you practice these simple phrases daily, they'll start to feel automatic, just like your native language. Confidence and fluency. Many learners ask, "How can I speak English fluently?" The answer is not just vocabulary or grammar. The secret is confidence. Fluency means speaking without fear, even if you make mistakes. Confidence grows from daily practice, small victories, and kind self-talk. When you say, "I can do this," your brain starts believing it. When you speak English every day, even for 5 minutes, your voice becomes stronger. Remember, every fluent speaker was once a beginner. The only difference is that they kept going. So, speak out loud. Talk to yourself in English. Repeat the lessons. Tell your stories. Describe your world. The more you speak, the more natural it becomes. Your English journey. Now, take a moment to think about how far you've come. Maybe at the beginning, you were shy or nervous about speaking English. Maybe you thought, "My English isn't good enough." But look at you now. You can describe your home, your feelings, your day, your stories, and your dreams all in English. That's fluency in action. Every word you've learned is a small light, and together, they form the path of your English journey. So don't stop here. This is not the end, it's just the beginning of your next chapter. Daily practice ideas. Here are a few easy ways to keep practicing English after this course. Speak every day, even if it's just for 2 minutes. Describe your day aloud. Talk to yourself or record your voice. Listen to English daily. Watch short videos. Listen to podcasts or songs. Try to repeat what you hear. Shadow the speaker's rhythm. Write small paragraphs about your life. What I did today. My favorite memory. My plans for tomorrow. Read simple stories or articles and say them aloud. Focus on pronunciation and emotion, not just words. Think in English. Try to replace your thoughts in your native language with simple English sentences. If you do these things, your fluency will grow naturally day by day, week by week. Final motivation message. Before we finish, I want you to remember this. Fluency is not perfection, it's expression. You don't have to sound like a native speaker. You just have to sound like you confident, calm, and clear. Every time you speak, you're improving. Every time you make a mistake, you're learning. Every time you practice, you're growing stronger. So don't stop. Keep learning, keep speaking, and keep believing in yourself. You are already an English speaker. You're not learning to speak. You're becoming fluent right now every time you open your mouth and use what you know. Closing words. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the MindFlow English Masterclass. You've learned 600 plus useful English words and expressions for everyday life, and more importantly, you've learned how to use them naturally, confidently, and emotionally. Remember, language is not a test. It's a tool to connect, to express, to grow. So keep your English alive. Speak with confidence. Share your stories. And whenever you feel uncertain, come back to this course, your home for English learning. This is Amelia, your host from MindFlow English, reminding you that every small step in English brings you closer to the confident, fluent speaker you already are becoming. Thank you for learning with me. Keep flowing, keep shining, and I'll see you in your next English adventure. Goodbye for now, and congratulations on completing your journey.